COVID-19 vaccine. Meantime, Cory Booker wants to give you more stimulus in the form of a baby bond. Yes, $1,000 for every child you deliver into this world. Very exciting. Elsewhere, Joe Biden is preparing for some variants, and I don't mean changes to hairstyles. I'm referring to new policies coming out of the White House to prepare for the vaccine and variants to COVID. And finally, a new report tonight says that there's a reason why Josh Hawley is opposing everything that Joe Biden has done in the first 3 weeks of his presidency. The reason? Because Josh Hawley wants to be your next president of the United States. Whether or not he's going to get it or not is another question. But thank you for joining me on a big afternoon. And the excitement continues to unravel as, or enroll, or grow as the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness is heading to the finish line. I feel like it's the pyramid. I wouldn't say $50,000 pyramid. It felt like that game show, $50,000 pyramid. The $50,000 student loan debt. Words like a bee, words like a butterfly, words like I can't get. Yeah, they used to always sit on those chairs of that show, the $200 billion pyramid, and they never could get the thing right. It's just guess and guess and guess. So no guessing here. This is Afternoons LLA. From Wall Street to Main Street, from my home to your home, this is What the Shock, the most comprehensive reporting around the clock here on LA, the Financial News Channel. Hey, Scott, not even missing with a beat. Already dancing with the pairs. We are dancing with the pairs. And you could be dancing with a pair of $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness if you and your wife have that $50,000 student debt still looming around. It could be forgiven. Hey, Larica, how are ya? Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. If you've not joined this channel, please do. It's the best and only channel of its kind, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, reporting around the clock, and the most comprehensive and the most interactive. As you see right now, Lorica just joined into the family. If you want to become a member, go to the top of the chat and become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. Become a member and get access to data, information, PDFs, stimulus information before anyone else, because a lot of the items in the third stimulus package detailed on this channel are first come, first serve. And guess what? People are hungry for some stimulus, so they're going to eat it up really quickly, and it won't be around for a lot of people. Someone said, are you kidding me? $50,000? Yes, I am not joking. It's going to happen. It's going to be law. There's no question about it. The $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness is going to become a law. They don't question whether it's executive order really quickly or whether it'll go by bill. I'll have those details for you shortly if you did not catch it earlier today. A lot of great news. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. First, minutes ago, just after Afternoons LLA debuted two new shows, Johnson & Johnson announced that it has applied for emergency use authorization for its COVID-19 vaccine with the FDA. That emergency authorization, of course, has been given to two prior applicants. Those are Pfizer and they are Moderna. For Pfizer and Moderna got them in late 2020. Johnson & Johnson issued a news statement from its chief scientific officer, Dr. Paul Stoffels. Today's submission for emergency use authorization of our investigational single-shot COVID vaccine is a pivotal step towards reducing the burden of disease for people globally and putting an end to the pandemic. Upon authorization of our investigation COVID vaccine for emergency authorization use, we are ready to begin shipping. Hey, well, William, welcome to the family. This is a new statement minutes ago, not hours ago, not 5 weeks ago. It is just minutes ago, this statement. With our submission to the FDA and our ongoing reviews, we are working for urgency to make this available. If you don't recall, during his tenure, President Trump ordered vaccine doses from Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson, so it already has an existing order out. There was thoughts that Johnson & Johnson would have been done sooner, so that's why Joe Biden had to ramp up with a $300 million dose purchase just a few days ago, because Trump had bought some from Johnson & Johnson and they were not ready. So that is why Biden had that big order just a few days ago. Hey, Shirley, welcome to becoming a Purple Hawk. Johnson Johnson has less efficiency numbers, but it's a little confusing. Johnson Johnson is 66% effective overall, but against the South African variant 57. Now Moderna and Pfizer are 95 and 94, but at the time they weren't able to be tested against South Africa. Then how about a baby bond? Is anyone want a baby bun? It sounds like that cheese thing in the round container. Little baby buns, delicious cheese for Gouda from the high country. That's what I heard this the first time. Like baby bun. I love baby bun cheese. No, a new baby bond bill, stimulus bill, was introduced just a few minutes ago. A baby bond Bill. Say that 3 times fast. I can't. Baby Bell cheese. Yes, I read it as Baby Bell. A Baby Bell Bond. No, Baby Bell Bill. Whatever. Not Baby Bell Bill, Baby Bond Bill. I still messed it up. You got the point. It's a bill for a baby bond. And it came from Cory Booker. It's a Booker Baby Bill Bond. No, it's a Booker Baby Bond Bill. There we go. It's a Booker Baby Bond Bill. I can't make this stuff up, folks. I really can't make this up. Cory Booker introduced today his Booker Baby Bill Bond. And it's not a bomb. It's a bill. It costs for $1,000. Thank you. I can't even talk. Thank you, Brother Joshua, for the dime lemon. I need some air before I die here. It's $1,000. The Baby Bond program bill, thank you, Scott Horn, for the lemon as well, is $1,000 bond if you have a baby. What? So if you get pregnant over this weekend, you could be getting $1,000 check from Cory Booker's bill. That's actually how it works. I'm really surprised by this, Susan, with the meow. The money can be used for wealth building as things go to college, starting a business, building a home, said Cory Booker with a statement today on Instagram. I don't know. I did not know you introduced bills on Instagram. It's an Instagram bill. Okay. This is an effort to generate wealth and powerful things that it is an incredible efforts to leave the economic playing field. It was lonely when we were introduced the first time. Now we have 15 senators, including Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. So we're gaining some traction and momentum. Chuck Schumer is behind it. So is Kristen Gillibrand, Elizabeth Warren, Bernie Sanders, Amy Klobuchar. So there's 15 heavyweights behind this bill. What is it? It's literally what I just said. If you have a baby, then the federal government, upon birth of the baby, at any economic level, claims the press release, which I'm surprised. Rich people can just sort of, rich people can just sort of have some babies and get a bond. I guess that's how it was. But that's what the press release said. Every American child would get $1,000 baby bond, $1,000 bond, and the bond will get deposits up to $2,000 a year based upon household income. And then at age 18, they can withdraw from the bond. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Tracy, welcome to the family. And if you wait around and don't take out any money out of it, then by age 18, the baby bond will be worth $50,000. That's really great, but how many babies are born in America? Where are they going to get all this money to just give $1,000 checks away to babies? And some of the viewers in this channel are getting busy this weekend. I just know someone's going to say to me, I think I got pregnant over the weekend. When am I going to get that check in my account? It's not law yet. It's not law yet. So please don't get busy yet. It's not a law yet. Don't get busy yet. If it becomes law, I will tell you when you can get busy, but not yet. Uh, oh my goodness. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for the baby Bill Bond Boomer Booker Bond. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Variants. Variations. 1,100 people room at the 10-minute mark with 350, 30, only 300 likes. So that, come on, let me get some likes. I mean, I know you might be using that finger to, go on Match right now to find that match to get that baby bond, but use that finger to get some likes going up. 1,200 people in the room and 500 likes. Hey, thank you for the super chat. I couldn't see who it was. It was Susan. Thank you, Susan, for the super chat. All right, some variations, and I'm not referring to hairstyles. The Biden camp is now preparing for their policy to deal with the variants to the virus. The FDA has been instructed by Biden to get ready to deal with the situation. The agency's acting director, Janet Woodcock, issued a statement just minutes ago that said the FDA is undertaking scenario planning to prepare to anticipate and address the impacts to the products. Oh, thank you. I missed who just joined the room. Jana, thank you for the super chat. Is undertaking scenario planning to prepare and anticipate to address impacts by products and supply chains as quickly as possible, no matter what the pandemic takes over the next few months. I really like this. So this is the first time that the Biden camp really admits that they have to deal with the variant, and they have dispatched FDA officials to deal with the variant. Let me tell you what the update is on this. This is actually really great news. Moderna, first of all, will be doing testing on humans for its variant next month. So they're really ready. I think they had said the variant would be ready in July. So they'll be testing in March, human trials. But a new company called Gristone Oncology is trying to work with a technology so that you could get a booster for all the variants at the same time. Hey, Angela, thank you for coming to Super Chat. I'm really excited for you joining the room. And next, Josh Hawley. Talking about babies. Talking about babies. Hey, Queen Sugar, thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Tyler. I've done everything to finalize my taxes. I got $4,000 in tax credit for my two girls. Is there something else, something I need to do to get the $3,000 each? So great, Tyler. Go on irs.gov, Tyler. And the viewers that are listening to this, the same thing. If you have children and you have heard about child tax credits and never knew they existed, go on irs.gov or go on Google and type in irs.gov plus child tax credit. And there's a page on the IRS's website that explains what the child tax credit is. It's there. So you can go do it right now while you're preparing your tax return. And if Joe Biden changes the amount, then you could do an amended return thereafter. But the child tax credit is currently law, so you can go get it right now. All right, turning to babies. There's a new report out from Politico tonight that says there's nothing that explains Josh Hawley's behavior in the last 2 weeks. He has voted against every single Biden cabinet appointee. He has voted against every single thing that Biden has done. And he has been the sole Republican in opposition to every single thing that Joe Biden has done since day one. So why is he doing that? Even Janet Yellen, voting against Janet Yellen. Hey, J.R. Rock, you're making me laugh. A new report says the only explanation for it is he wants to be president. Hawley has always been a young man in a hurry. He ran for attorney general in Missouri on a plank he would serve all 4 years, and nearly instantly he ran for the U.S. Senate as soon as he got into office. So they say he always wants to jump to another office right before that. That's what Scott Reen, a Republican strategist, said. And there you go. At the 14-minute mark, let me tell you where you are. Besides calling up that ex and saying, you know what, we can get $1,000 out of this thing. $1,000? No, that's not the concept of the baby bond, but what a day it is. The big news that started this afternoon and the morning. Hey, Joelle and Renee Porter. Thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. I really appreciate you for joining the room. The big news that's really started the day was that surprise about the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. This is big in so many ways. One, it's $50,000. Two, it's going to be law. It's absolutely going to happen. Three, it sort of signals what's going on with the Democrats, and it's sort of just consistent with the baby bond minutes ago. You and I had sat around in 2020, and when we would talk about stimulus packages, we would really only talk about two in 6 months or two stimulus packages in 8 months. We talked about Nancy's HEROES Act introduced in May, and then that's all we heard about from Nancy all the way up to almost November until she did a smaller version of it. And from Mitch, we heard nothing until almost, I think it was October, when we heard the HEALS Act. And that was it. We never saw another bill from Mitch. And so we're sort of used to not seeing bills from these people. Suddenly now in 2020, which is bill, and there's another bill, and then there's another bill. This is really good news, and this is what I'm trying to get you warmed up to understand. That today you suddenly saw a the introduction of a bill for a $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. Hey, Jonathan, thank you for the dancing pair. And I'm sure you said, wait a second, is that in the stimulus package? And I'm like, no, you're going to see a lot of stimulus bills, like a baby bond. And what's important to understand is that this is not 2020. Everything is going to be bond, 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 bond. And they're going to be from Democrats. The day started with me talking about Mitt Romney with a child tax credit change. Never going to see a light of day. Mitt Romney will write more bills every day. Chuck Schumer will never call them for a vote. So you're never going to see them as a vote because Chuck Schumer's going to do a Mitch on him. And hey, Daisy, thank you for the dancing pair. But when we're talking about Democrats, they're going to write bills and they're going to write more bills. And if Chuck Schumer says, yes, I'm doing it, you basically could say, hey, it's law. Let's do that again. If you see, hey, Shanna, thank you for the dancing pair. This is how you understand when you read news in 2021. If you see a new bill announced from a Democrat and Chuck Schumer says he supports the bill, that means it's going to be law. That means it's going to be law. It is highly, highly unlikely that Chuck Schumer supports a bill and supports a Democrat bill and that Joe Biden's going to not like it. It's just not going to happen. Joe Biden's not going to veto something from Chuck Schumer. It's just not going to happen anytime soon. And I know this is just February, but you're going to see this a lot. You're going to see this a lot. So we're laughing about this baby bond bill, but Chuck Schumer's on point for it. So is Bernie. So is Elizabeth Warren, and that means this could be really law. Now let's turn to the $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. I mean, that is not only supported by Chuck and Elizabeth, but it was the subject of a massive rollout of press today, a big rollout of press in November and December. So these things, when you see them, give it 30 days. It'll be law. It's as simple as that. There's nothing to even wonder about on some of these things. The question is, how many are they going to do them with a reconciliation? At the 20-minute mark, let me give you a big update where we are on the afternoon. Direct from Los Angeles, this is afternoon's L8, and what the chuck. Wall Street's trading relatively flat in after-hours trades. The Dow futures are relatively flat, up about 1%, and the NASDAQ futures are about flat, about 1%. This is after Snap reported earnings beat estimates on both the bottom and the upper line on both revenue and income, net income, but its projections for Q1 2021 were lower than Wall Street expected, so Snap was trading down in after-hours trading today. Also yesterday, we heard from American Airlines. is furloughing an enormous number of workers, an enormous number of employees. This is concerned as leisure is really one of those hard hit industries that is still not rebounding and may not rebound for a while. Elsewhere, the big news today was that $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. More about that in a second. But if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you, Tyler, for the super chat. Please subscribe. Wow, there's about 1,700 in the room and 800 likes. Let's see if we can get to 2,000 and 1,000. Let's get those likes up. I know you're texting that X talking about that $1,000, but you know. And if you have twins, you get two. Hey, Jerry. Wow. Upgraded to a purple power. I really appreciate it. Jerry upgraded from a purple hawk to a purple power. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you've not become a member like Jerry did, he went from hawk to power. The middle step, thank you for doing so. The link to become a member is at the top of the chat, also in the pinned comment and below the video. The student loan debt forgiveness of $50,000 is for anyone who has a federal student loan. Thank you for that super chat. I just missed it. That was from Shayna. Oh, it's a dancing pair. Thank you for the dancing pair. It's for anyone who has a federally backed mortgage, federally backed student loan debt. Sorry there. And $50,000. This is dramatically different than what we even heard a few days ago. Not $10,000, $50,000 of any year. And this is just huge. It's going to happen. It will be law. Give it about 30 days. I'm going to repeat it as often as I can. Joshua, will I get for my children the $1,400? Yes. So the stimulus package as that's going to become law is the following. $1,400 for individuals, $2,800 for married couple, $1,400 for children, $3,200 for adult dependents. FPUC $400 a week from January, retro to January, forward to September. That means that for those weeks that it'll go back to the first week at which second stimulus started to pay you $300. So you get an additional $100 and then it'll go forward. That's about 40 weeks. And I don't wish you to be unemployed for 40 weeks, but that's a lot of money. It's about $16,000. And on top of your UI and PUA, if your UI and PUA is upwards of about 300, that's about $700 a week. So $700 a week for 40 weeks is $5,000, a lot of money. So that is great news. If you want to know more about what is in, hey, King Reno, thank you for always the nice chats. And thank you for that massive super chat the other day. I really appreciate it. And another dancing pair. If you want to know more about what are the items in the third stimulus package, watch third stimulus right before this. Meantime, if you are a member, remember the link, the every day, about 2 to 3 times a day, I repost all the PDFs for you for members only. The third one, which is Nancy's statement the other day, it says link, not PDF. That means it's a link to a page, not a PDF. And go through there because you will have the details for you. Very simple. $1,400 stimulus check, $2,800 married couple, $1,400 children, $3,200 adult dependents, and then I'm confused. What is in the MNG? I don't know what that means. Dean Powell, welcome for becoming a purple power. Wow, how are you? And there's Carmen, and there's Liz. Carmen, welcome, Dean, for becoming a purple power. How are you? How are you? 1,800 in the room and 900 likes. Let's get to 2,000 and let's get to 2,000 and 1,000. The thing I wanted to go back to, which I was going to say, and I saw someone just remind me, thank you for the comment, was that the reason why I want you to be excited about the student loan debt forgiveness, Larry, thank you for the dancing pair, and thank you, Sherman, for becoming a Purple Hawk, is because a lot of you thought, even though I said it's not going to be that case, a lot of you thought that the third stimulus package of 1.9 was the only stimulus you're going to see for the entire year, and after that, we're going to be talking about, I don't know, boxes and railroads and cars. I said, no. You can see stimulus all year long. You can see stimulus all year long. And so I think that seeing the student forgiveness of $50,000 really, really made people understand the process with Biden. And now with the baby bonds, an additional item, you're now seeing the process. Hey, Margie, thank you for the So if you're waiting for that, thank you, Eddie, for the super chat as well. If you're waiting for that benefits standalone bill, it's going to happen. Liz Warren said it on Sunday. Liz Warren said it on Sunday, and on Sunday she went on for 35 minutes about it, talking about the benefits bill and how it has to get done. Well, guess what Liz Warren has done today? Not one, but two new bills: the baby bond bill and the student loan debt forgiveness. So this is very, very incredible, great news. Let me answer some even great comments from yesterday's recording. There's 2,000 of them. Let's see. Ready to see if anything gets me in trouble? Let's see. Let's see what they gotta say. If you have questions or comments in today's video, drop them in the comments below. Richard Tabo. It's really, really relevant, and Apple Car people can't even buy food. I'm disgusted. I don't. Yeah, I just, okay. Mary Self. When is it going to come? We, the damn people, need 1 million or more less. Henry Johnson. The reports that our stimulus are great, but a majority of us can't live without an Apple car. Well, a lot of us can live without an Android car also. Hey, Jerry, how are you? Thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Patricia McShane. Not really. What about the arrested from the riot? I don't know what that means. Cherry Edie. He means his pantry and refrigerator was almost empty. I don't know what that means either. These are just interesting comments today. Nikki. What about hazard pay for us working through the scary virus and putting our lives at risk? Great question. Hey, thank you, Barb, for the dancing pair. Yeah, you and I are waiting anxiously for this hazard pay language. We're not getting clarity yet. I know what you're thinking. If you remember, you had the language in the January 23rd PDF. And if you remember, you also have the language from Nancy's link 2 days ago about that doesn't mention hazard pay. So you're certainly wondering how this hazard pay is going to pan out. Birth. I want to see this now. Why don't I see the same thing when I see 2,000 likes? I don't know. These are strange comments tonight. Dan Scott. Dan Scott. There are people still receiving their check from back in April. Okay, good. Tracy. Well, yeah, it would show her the highway. Marianne. When's a package going to come into the law? That's a great question. We really don't know the day in which they're going to call the actual tow hitch for a vote. So we know it is becoming law. We just don't know what day it's going to be voted upon. Dan Scott. Yeah, the truck and the trail are made across the lawmaker's finish line. Yippee. Rosa, where's Kamala and her promised $2,000 a month until the pandemic ends as promised on her campaign? I don't know. I don't take her messages, but you can certainly tweet her. Bethany, well, I have to do anything different if I have 2 kids that didn't get our other checks. Yeah, that's a great question. So if you're an adult and you got your check, but your kids who are minors, 16, 15, 14, didn't get their checks, then there's a reason why they didn't get checks. The IRS doesn't know you have those children. An example of why the IRS would know you have those children is you file a tax return and you list number of dependents and you list 2. And they're like, oh, okay, you have 2 kids. But if you are not filing tax returns, they don't know you have kids. If you are filing tax returns and not listing dependents, they won't know you have kids. So what you're going to have to do at the moment appears to file a tax return and say, hi, I have 2 kids, and ask for those 2 checks to be sent to you. Otherwise, you go to irs.gov in the corner, GOV, and they will give you guidance about how to request missing checks for children. Mickey Yates. Purple heart, purple donut, guy, purple bacon. The government moves at turtle speed when helping us, but it is owed the government. You better be in rabbit mode. Kathy Chivas. I heard business owners in Puerto Rico will automatically get the rest of the targeted EIDL. Is that true? That's the first time I've ever heard of that. I don't know why the entire territory of Puerto Rico suddenly qualifies. Doesn't make sense to me. Patricia Parks. When will we hear anything about SSI? Don't know yet. Patricia. Um, Christina. Hello, LA. Congress and President Biden needs to have their salaries garnished for a year until they work on other stuff. Um, Miguelit Gonzalez asking about something else. And there you go. Well, thank you for those incredible, interesting comments. They were just a little bit interesting today. No one said get off your butt. So, wow, 2,000 people in the room and 1,100 likes, 1,200 likes. I'm sure there's going to be comments in the video that says, I don't... Why are we giving money to babies? I haven't gotten my money yet. You're supposed to go procreate? Why are we encouraging people to procreate? I just want donuts. I'm too lazy to procreate. I just want donuts. I just see the donut guy jump into the comments of this video saying, "Oh, there we go again. We're rewarding people for having activities, and I rather have my donut." At the 31-minute mark, let me tell you where you are. The reconciliation bill was passed by Congress a few days ago, and that reconciliation bill is the tow truck for the tow hitch. The tow truck is now passed over the finish line. The tow hitch is the $1.9 trillion stimulus package from Joe Biden. That is effectively going to become law. They have to call for a vote. There's not a question of will or how or when or will. It's the question of what day. All they have to do is call for vote, and it's finalized. $1,400 stimulus check, $2,800 married couple, $14 for children, $3,200 for adult dependents. Very, very simple, very straightforward. I've detailed it over the last few days, and I'll continue to repeat it. Whatever words or things you have heard in other places, whether it's Mitt Romney running his mouth or it's Ron Portman, just ignore that. Going forward, what you need to hear is this channel, what Joe Biden says, what Chuck Schumer says. It is his way or the highway. Joe Biden has made it very clear. It's his way or the highway. So he will listen to other people. Wow, Margie, thank you for the massive dancing pair. Margie, oh my goodness. It is very simple. So don't complex the situation for yourself. What I want you to do as a purple power, I want you to be ready and willing and informed to pounce for the money that is yours. Whether it is rent or it's hazard pay or it's student loan debt forgiveness, I want you to remember to pounce for everything that is yours. And so use these recordings, use the PDFs to get yourself educated. As that one viewer said, what can I do additionally? You should always be searching out as many stimulus items as you can. Hey, Sonia, for another dancing pair. You want to make sure you are ready to pounce and get as much money as you can. Remember, every single viewer of this channel qualifies for no less than about 3 to 5 items. Can you get SNAP and PEBT? Anyone can get SNAP and PEBT. They existed before this pandemic. But what's happened in the last 4 or 5 days is SNAP has really added 4, 5, 6 different additional items because Joe Biden keeps on rolling out executive orders and new memorandums on them. And the video, oh God, which one was it? I think it was third stimulus right before this or Mornings LATE. One of the videos today, I did it almost for 10 minutes. It was so many changes he's made for SNAP. I'll do it again tonight on Evenings LATE because it takes almost 5 minutes to say how many additional add-ons for SNAP. It's all great news, and we're not done yet. And if you want to see the additional add-ons for SNAP, you'll see them in the drop. Yes, King Reno. Oh, I did not see King Reno. Thank you, King Reno, for the massive super chat. I didn't see that. Margie, thank you, King Reno, for the massive super chat. The problem with with paper is looking down and looking up. That one just flew as well. Christina and King Reno, thank you for the massive super chat, and thank you, Margie, for sending me the message. I really appreciate it. Thank you always for King Reno for those very nice super chats. Wow. So 34 minutes on the clock. 19. Well, there we go. 2,000 people in the room and 1,300. What a day it is. I will be back with you at 6 o'clock approximately evening on the West Coast, 9 o'clock on the East Coast. For evening's check. we'll be going over the big news of the day, and then 30 minutes thereafter, I'm back with you, Tasha, with the hi. Um, I will be back with you about 30 minutes thereafter with, oh my goodness, Lord, Alma, my goodness, that was enormous. And Melinda, my goodness. Alma, thank you so much. Lord. Alma and Melinda, oh my goodness. I'm gonna be back with you later tonight at 7 o'clock after, so 6 o'clock and then 7 o'clock. I didn't get the notifications until 10 minutes after it started. Okay, so let me go over that. That's really important. In addition to being a member or subscriber, make sure you go to the Funnest channel and there's a bell. There's a bell. Make sure that bell is pressed. Because when you press that bell, it sends you alerts. It sends you alerts to your email. It sends you alerts when you're on the page. And that's the best way to ensure that you get those alerts. Susan, thank you for the super chat as well. My goodness. And wow, what a night it is. So stay informed, stay in focus, and stay positive. I'll be back with you at 6 o'clock and then again at 7 o'clock. Double shows tonight. Bring your questions on the 7 o'clock show. I'll answer a lot of questions on that one. And stay positive, stay focused, and stay in LA for more.